So it's about roughly just uh under 2 months until kickoff. Not kickoff. Puck drop. I focus a lot about football. Football and hockey are my main sports. And the Blackhawks, I don't expect much from them this season. I'm not gonna be rooting for a tank, but I'm not expecting much. So we're just gonna go over their season. Um, and well, yeah. Without further ado, let's begin. So obviously we got new additions, Connor Bedard, maybe even rookies like Kevin Korchinski might play a few games this year. Um, who knows? Without further ado, let's start. At the home opener, but the season opener versus the Penguins. I think this is going to be a great game. I think this is going to be a thriller. I got us winning it in overtime. I think that's going to be a close, nice, thrilling primetime game. And I also have us taking a game versus the Bruins too. Start off hot. Bedard will likely score his first career goal in these two games, hopefully, because they're nationally televised. Maybe two goals even, potentially three. I don't know. And also have us getting a dub over the Canadiens. So we're gonna start 3-0. Gonna be sitting good, nice and happy. But at the end of the day, this team is still not gonna be good. A rebuild in hockey, it takes time. In hockey, you have bigger windows to win championships, but at the same time, it takes longer to build a team. Now, of course, getting a superstar like Connor Bedard will greatly speed that up, but it still takes time. That being said, I have us losing to the Maple Leafs. I have us losing to the Avalanche. I have us losing to the Golden Knights. I have us losing to the Bruins, and I have us losing to the Golden Knights again. So, five straight losses, not ideal, but I have us bouncing back with back-to-back wins over the Blackhawks, no, over the Coyotes and the Panthers. That one in overtime. I have us dropping an OT game to the Devils. This is going to be around November, so this will probably be about week 7 or 8 in the Bears season. I think we should be 4-3 by then, hopefully. And I also have us upsetting the Tampa Bay. Actually, no. I'll have us losing to the Lightning and then losing to the Panthers. So we're going to be sitting at 5-7 with one OT loss heading into around Thanksgiving. Get us an upset win over Tampa Bay and then a loss in Nashville to the Preds, our rival, and a loss to the Sabres. Give us a win over the Blue Jackets. That's going to be a good matchup. Might even get flexed to prime time. Fantilli should be playing. I would expect him to not get sent down to Cleveland. I'm almost certain of it. Then I got us getting a back to back, getting us three dubs in a row. We get a big win over a rival. This is going to be a good game right here. The Blues are our biggest rival pretty much. So we'll get a huge win over them. I got the Kraken beating us in overtime. And this will pretty much take us into December 1st. Got us dropping one to the Red Wings and the Jets. So 9 wins, 11 losses, 2 overtime losses. So 9-13 really. And then I got us dropping one to the Wild, stealing one in overtime versus the Preds. I got us dropping a close one to the Ducks. I got us beating the Blues again. The Blues aren't going to be that hot this year. But I have us dropping to the Caps, the Oilers, and the Kraken. So 15 losses, 18 losses, 11 wins. A big win right here against Bedard's former team, not former team, but favorite team growing up. And then I'll say a loss to the Avs, a win over the Canadiens, a loss to the Blues in St. Louis, a loss to the Jets, a loss to the Star, back-to-back losses to the Stars, loss to the Predators. Blackhawks get a win, upset win over the Rangers, lose to the Devils, lose to the Flames, beat the Oilers in a close one in overtime, lose to the Jets in overtime, beat the Stars, beat the Sharks, beat the Sabres, lose to the Islanders. So got a little winning stretch right here in January. So right now we're sitting at 18 wins and 28 losses. Ooh. Lose to the Canucks, lose to the Kraken, lose to the Oilers, lose to the Flames, beat the Minnesota Wild, get a nice win over a rival, beat the Rangers in Patrick Kane's return to the United Center, lose to the Canucks, beat the Penguins, beat the Senators, lose to the Hurricanes, beat the Flyers, lose to the Jets, beat the Red Wings, lose to the Avalanche, lose to the Blue Jackets, lose to the Avalanche, lose to the Coyotes, lose to the Capitals. So a bit of a losing streak here. Beat the Yotes, beat the Ducks, beat the Kings, beat the Sharks, and beat the Kings again, and beat the. I think they'll get a bit of a win streak right here. Get a little hot, but I think we'll lose to the Flames, Senators, but beat the Flyers, lose to the Islanders, lose to the Stars, lose to the Wild, beat the Blues at home, beat the Predators, lose to the Hurricanes, lose to the Golden Knights, and lose to the Kings for a final record of 34 wins and 48 losses. Um, and let me actually add a few wins right here. Something I'll say we get upset over the Preds there. Another win over the Red Wings there. A Monday night win over the Preds. So 37 wins and 44 losses. Um, improvement, about a 10 game improvement, but that's not going to be enough to get you into the playoffs. But a decent season nonetheless. I'll say we get an upset there to win our home closer. So 38 and 44, 80 points. Um, slight improvement, 12 games. Decent, but we're still a few years away.